So what is FOE 4.0 apps? FOE stands for Friends of English. The use of FOE is based on Industry Revolution 4.0 system, which is currently new in education field. FOE 4.0 is an example of mobile learning language apps, right? So this will be our second classroom project after our first research on MyCut 2.0. FOE 4.0 mobile language learning apps is a part of the 21st century classroom. This is our tagline before we start the project. The FOE 4.0 learning apps actually initiated and created by peoples, two other group of peoples. So as a researcher, I introduced them this project and I set up a committee which were formed by advanced group of students and a very creative and innovative mind of young researchers. This is some additional information about 21st century skills and industry 4.0. Actually, the term 21st century skills is generally used to refer to certain core competencies such as collaboration, digital literacy, critical thinking, and problem solving skills, which should be adapted by the school students nowadays. Meanwhile, Industry 4.0 is emphasized on the subset of the fourth industrial revolution that concerns industry. So with these two integration of system, it can produce a very great human capital peoples. Now we emphasize on educational apps. What is educational apps? Educational apps are really making things easier for children to understand that books are often found to be tiring and boring for children in the traditional method. So, therefore, we use this new learning method to replace them with some new kind of IT tools, right? So, what are the benefits of using mobile applications in education? Okay, here I stated a few uh, benefits. What students learn by uh, implementing, applying these kind of learning tools in their online studies. Number one will be enhanced interactions. So some educational experts says that apps in education can make children more interactive and active in a very better engagement between parents and children. Also children with the teachers, right? Number two, there will be a communication bridge among parents and teachers. Right? Apps not only functions in the classroom, but it also will be a bridging tool among bridge of communication among between the parents and the teachers. Right? It will be show a good rapport through the learning application, learning apps. So with the apps, the teachers can attend to the any questions related to lessons by the parents, right? Anytime and anywhere through a very good improved technology, right? Number three, apps will be online resources. Mobile applications can help people to access a large amount of online materials, right? Beyond the boundaries of time and space. Okay, number four will be the portability. So there are no constraints for mobile phones, right? Apps are available to children anywhere, anytime. So the apps, the FOE apps that we created is an offline uh, facility where everyone can access to it. It doesn't require any online or internet facility. Okay, these are the advantages of using mobile apps in the classroom. It will be a new learning methods which I stated before. It also will enhance parent-teacher communication. Uh, Learning apps will become a part of ebooks and also for online study and for other functions, some other related student-related activities in schools. or out of the school area. And also it will decrease communication gap between students and the institution. That means students will work on their own pace and on their own comfort, right? They also can use other than their own studying time and other for other works such as their own activities at home or anywhere they are. All right. Before we start the project, I set up my own committee members, which comprising students from one particular class. So here we got around 10 committee members led by a captain, first officer, and other committee members. Right. So actually, these apps was introduced by me as an English teacher, which I feel that it will be something new for the students to use in the classroom, right? So through the apps, students will learn some new words because these apps, FOE 4.0, is an actually is a language games actually. It's a word maze game. So it will attract the students to learn more and more. Okay, they will learn more on vocabulary items, right? Construct words, words categorizations, and other examples. From there, they can construct their own sentences, able to write, and also able to speak that particular words. Right. And also we use these SWOT techniques, SWOT to identify our strength, weaknesses, threat, and opportunities, advantages and disadvantages from the apps. So here is the conclusion that advantages are very easy to use, not required username or password. It is offline. It is a kind of a language games, fun and interesting, able to learn new words, trigger pupils to use eye order thinking skills. These are our research method. First, we begin with the planning, then the work process, implementation, finally the completion of the project. This is our table, shows display the process of research, pre-research, research implementation, and post-research. Right. First, I identify their problems. Right. What are the problems facing by the students? Difficulties during teaching and learning process. Then I implement the project work, the apps work. I apply it in my classroom. Then from that, I did my findings, and then I did some post-mortem for the research. So I used this band PBS descriptor in the previous previous method to identify the students' proficiency levels for my findings. Okay, these are the summary of situation before and after research. Right, it improved. The conclusion is before research, students able to reach score 3. Now I award them to band score 5. Minimum will be minimum band score 5. These are some attachments, their project work, some pictures, right? The planning work, right? These are the project, how they design the FOE apps. Once done, we install the offline file will be installed in the phone and they start to play the games. Okay. It will be our trial apps. So this will be our conclusion for the project. Okay. This is the pamphlet for our launching ceremony of the apps. Right. This is the FOE apps launching ceremony pamphlet. We distribute to all the classes. So every class, every student will install these apps in their smartphones or in their tablets or any learning gadgets. Right. This is the file, apps file in their phone. Okay. This one. Okay, FOE apps. Alright, so this is the overview of the language games of FOE apps. So word maze game. This is our school badge, our school logo, and they will start with the beginners level to following levels. Right. So this is the YouTube code. This is our video created by the students themselves as a part to promote the video to other classes and levels. So this one, the official launching by our principal, our ex-principal for the launching ceremony, and this will be my conclusion. So based off on the study, it can be shown that after implementing the research, there are some improvements in students speaking proficiency and also in polishing and improving their vocabulary.